Please remember that if your energy isn't high today, take it easy. Just follow, the pace of what your body is telling you works for you. We are going to start out warming up the body and maybe a little bit of a stronger practice to begin with, but then we'll come down onto the mat. And what I try to do is when we have sort of a stronger practice is give you a little longer shavasana, which feels really good when you get that heart beating. It's also good to rest. All right, so starting out in your mountain pose, Tadasana. Maybe you lift your toes up and place one at a time down on the mat or something like that. Spreading them nice and wide, giving you a nice solid foundation. And pressing into all four corners of the feet, the sides, the front, the back. And take a gentle bend in the knees. Just a little bend in the knees, maybe do a little bounce. And then we'll inhale, shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale as you roll them back and down. The palms face forward and find your mountain. Remembering this is the perfect time to engage lower abdominals, imagining that your hip bones are drawing to navel. And then navel gently draws in. And we keep this nice broad opening through collarbones and shoulders. And as you begin to deepen your breath, letting those shoulders melt away from here. With each exhalation, feeling into legs, strong legs supporting you. And then again, with each exhalation, focusing on feet. Imagining feet getting heavy, helping you to ground, helping you to root. 3 breaths, noticing breath flowing in and breath flowing out, softening your gaze in an engaged posture, but one of stillness, one that also offers opportunities for softening, maybe the forehead or eyebrows or jaw. Inhale, sweep the arms out in front and maybe above it if it works for your shoulders. And then as you bend your knees, rain it down. So wiggle those fingers, warming up the fingers, warming up the hands. Forward fold. And again, you decide where you're at with your forward fold. Maybe fingertips touch the ground, maybe hands are on thighs. And you're letting head be heavy. Or maybe you use your block. Wherever you are, we all come together with hands on thighs and lengthening, feeling length. Maybe you roll those shoulders up, back, and down a few times. Maybe you wiggle your tailbone, feeling the hips and the back. And then pushing into the thighs, pushing into the feet. Come on up, arms sweep out and up. And we pause. And we'll do this 2 more times. So inhale, sweep up in front of you. Exhale, rain it down. Wiggle those fingers, bend those knees. Find your forward fold. Find your forward fold. Let your head be heavy. Again, gentle movement. Inviting gentle movement, subtle movement, maybe rolling shoulders, wiggling tailbone, letting your head sway left to right and up and down. We all meet with hands on thighs, however you want to get there. Hugging elbows to ribcage, get some length. And again, wiggle the tailbone a little bit and pushing into the feet, sweeping up. Palms come together and maybe you're doing this with one arm, if one shoulder is tender. So let one shoulder rest alongside you and just kind of do what I'm leading with one arm, if that helps. Focusing on breath. And then in, sweeping up. Exhale, heart reaches forward, knees bend. We find our forward fold, any movement, any adjustments that you need. And then we all meet here with hands on thighs, lengthening, hugging up, just getting some good. And then pushing into the feet. Sweep up. And hands rest in front of the heart in prayer position. Eyes closed or soft gaze. Noticing the effect of that movement. Maybe you notice heart beating a bit more strongly. Just sort of notice the effects of moving. And hands come to the hips. Take a big step back with the right foot to the center of the mat. Find your warrior two. Oops. So you can bend and straighten that knee to warm up the knee. And then bending that knee, holding it over the ankle, move that foot forward if the knee is not directly over the ankle. All right, we're going to do here, moving knee in the direction of pinky. Inhale, arms sweep up to shoulder height, gazing over front middle finger. And then back arm sweeps forward. Then we trace a line on the inside of the arm across the chest and open up again. So kind of like drawing a bow now. So back arm sweeps forward, trace a line with the fingertips across the chest and extend. Inhale. Exhale. It's a good spot right there. Oh, bummer. Oh my goodness. Inhale, sweeping forward. 2 blocks, Audrey. They're the proper. And open up into your warrior two. Again, gazing over front middle finger. Maybe give a little press to the outer edge of that back foot. Maybe you gently draw those pinkies back just a little bit. And shoulder blades. Reach down the back. Pressing off the back foot to front. From exit. Inhale, arms sweep up. And we'll come to the other side. I'm going to step here, so I'm not getting you back. So hands come to hips. Big step back with the left foot to the center of your mat. Front heel intersecting the arch of the back foot. So check out your alignment. Again, maybe get a little angle on that back foot by shifting the heel away from you. Bend and straighten the right knee. And then hold the bend of that right knee, checking out your alignment. Knee reaching towards pinky toe. And then arms sweep up. Arms sweep up to shoulder height. So maybe take your socks. Breathe.
I ran
Oh,
there in the
yeah,
booth,
maybe
so I'm just gonna settle for a moment.
And we're going to sweep back arm forward, palm to palm, trace along the side, across the chest and open. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale and hold your warrior two arms. Again, checking out the knee. Reaching it towards the pinky toe, maybe those pinky fingers draw back over. Shoulder blades down in the neck. And pressing off the back foot from the top of your mat, hands to prayer. And arms come down beside you. We'll inhale, sweep up. Exhale, rain it down, bend those knees. Half sun salutation. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthening. Exhale, fold forward. Sweep the arms behind you and then in front of you, finding Utkatasana, chair pose. Arms into shoulder sockets, heart lifts. sitting back. And then inhale. Come on up nice and long, get some length, reaching up to the ceiling. And then palms together, and we'll pause. Arms come down beside you. Inhale, we sweep up. Bring it down as knees bend. Find your forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. And forward fold again. Inhale, sweep behind you. Exhale, find Utkatasana again. Sitting back. Heart lifts, arms into shoulder sockets. Imagine squeezing an imaginary block between your thighs. Maybe you sit back a little more. Inhale, up. Again, lengthen, 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 then we'll come to a gentle back bend. So inhale, fingertips reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, hips press forward, heart lifts. And come back, palms together, and pause. Pause here. Breathe. And we'll do that one more time. Hands come down beside you. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bring it down, knees bend, forward. Inhale, halfway up, lengthening. Exhale, fold forward again. This time we sweep back and forward, Utkatasana. Squeezing those thighs on that imaginary block. Heart lifts. Heart lifts as we sit back. And inhale. Palms together and pause. Hands come to hips, take a big step back with that right foot, facing the long edge of your mat. Heels come in, and we'll bend and straighten the knees. Warming up for goddess. As you bend those knees, imagine reaching them away from one another. Knees reach in the direction of the toes. And as you bend, notice, are you leaning forward a little bit? Can you keep the torso nice and long, almost like you've got two planes of glass in front and behind your torso? Maybe go wider on the feet so that you can bend those knees safely, reaching down away from them. All right, then we're going to hold. Hold with the bend of the knees, settling into your goddess. Again, nice lift through the heart. It's like tuck of the tailbone. Arms float up to cactus. Elbows level with shoulders. Inhale, broaden. Exhale, elbows, forearms draw together. Inhale, open. And exhale. Inhale, open. And exhale. Inhale, open, pause here, coming to lion's breath. So in lion's breath, we curl our claws and we stick our tongue out with a roar. So inhale. 2 more times. Good, and then open up in a 5-pointed star. 5-pointed star, gently pulsing back. Shoulder blades drawing towards one. Reach that tailbone down to the ground. Good. Palms float down, toes point forward. Take some left, right. See how that feels for the shoulders, back. And pushing off the back foot, come to the front of your mat. And set your blocks. So blocks either beside your feet or just behind. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale. Heart reaches forward, knees bend. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, lengthening. Exhale, finding blocks, big step back with right step. Big step back for high lunge. So remember, you can shift those blocks back so that hands are under shoulders. And we work with our high lunge. And if it's hard to rest your hands on a block because of shoulder injuries, you can come down to low lunge. You can come to child's pose. If you're in a high lunge, lift that right thigh up to the ceiling. Squeeze those inner thighs together as heart reaches forward. Good. Everybody's got their knee right over that ankle. And then lower that knee down for low lunge. So right foot is flat, right hip and thighs heavy for your low lunge. And again, heart lifts. Maybe roll your shoulders back a little bit, noticing how when you draw up from the pelvic floor, you don't have to press into the blocks. Left hand comes to the left thigh, right hand comes. We lift up again, drawing up from the base of the pelvis, the pelvic pressing into the base of the front foot. Top of your back foot is flat to help you stay steady. Inhale, we sweep up and find left wrist. Draw that left wrist up and over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Find the right wrist. Draw that right wrist up and over to the left. And back to center. Hands find the blocks. We work with our low lunge a little bit more. Again, letting that right hip, right thigh be heavy as tailbone lengthens and heart lifts. Curl those right toes under, lift the knees, step hop that right foot to the forward fold. Take 3 cleansing breaths here. And maybe a gentle sway left and right with the fingertips brushing the mat. And come back to center, pushing into your feet, come all the way up, arms stick out and up. And we pause. Feet are heavy, legs are strong. All right, we'll come to the other side. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, heart reaches forward, knees bend. Find your fold. Let your head be heavy. Maybe you breathe in the lower back if it's feeling tender, letting it warm up with awareness, with ease. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, find your blocks and take a big step back with the left foot. Ready to step back as you can with that left foot. Toes are curled. So high lunge on the left side. Inhale, lift that left thigh up to the ceiling. Squeeze the inner thighs together as heart reaches forward. And lower left knee down. Left foot is flat. We find our low lunge. So again, adjust those blocks if you'd like them to be under the shoulders. Move them back a little bit. But the left hip, left thigh be heavy as tailbone lengthens and heart lifts slightly. Lifting up from the base of your torso to the pelvic floor, right hand finds right thigh, left hand finds right thigh. Pushing into the feet to stay steady and lifting up from the base of the torso, pelvic floor. Inhale, sweep up the body. Find your right wrist. Draw it up and over to the left. Tailbone lengthens so that lower back is not compressed. So we don't want to tilt the tail. And then find left wrist. Draw left wrist up and over to the right. Notice that stretch. Maybe it runs down in front of the thigh. And back through center, coming to your low lunge one more time. 3 breaths here. And then curl your left toes under, lift your knees, step hop that left foot to your right, forward fold again. And then pushing into your feet, sweeping up. Heads last to come up. Palms come together. And pause. Pause with eyes closed or soft. And here with the hands in prayer position, sitting back again for Utkatasana. Sitting back again. Stay here working with your Utkatasana, in and out if you need to. If you want to come to a twist, inhale, palms up in front of the face. Exhale, turning to the right. Left elbow rests on right thigh. As you push palms together, notice if you can rotate upper torso a little more, spiraling ribs towards the ceiling. Inhale back to center. We come up to stand to take a few cleansing breaths. And then find Utkatasana again. So sitting back, squeezing that imaginary butt. Again, stay here working with Utkatasana, or inhale, palms up. Exhale, turning to the left, finding left thigh. Turning to the left, press those palms together so you can get a little more length. Reaching head away from tailbone, rolling that left shoulder back. And come back through center. Inhale and pause. Arms sweep down the side. You're working with Utkatasana and balance. So we're going to sit back for our Utkatasana. And if you want to, come up onto your toes. And land the heels when you need to. Or up onto your toes. Use your abdominals to support you. Leg muscles support you. And then we'll come up. Gazing at a spot on the floor or the wall in front of you, come up. And land. Well done. All right, that was the strongest part of the class. The rest, easy peasy. We're going to inhale, sweep up. Exhale, heart reaches forward. Come to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, find your blocks. Step the right foot back. And the knee comes down. Left foot comes back. And the knee comes down. Finding table position. Finding table pose, palms on the mat. Hips over knees. Inhale, tilt your tailbone. Heart reaches forward, head looks just past the top of your mat. Exhale, tuck and earth. Inhale, tilt the tailbone. Look to the top of the mat, abdomen is soft. Exhale, tuck and round. Then tilt that tailbone to the top of the mat. Exhale, tuck, and press your hips back. Pressing back for child pose, 5 breaths. And then at the end of your 5th round of breath, inhale through tabletop again. Extend your right leg long, toes curl under, gentle press through the right. Coming to nice, slow, steady breath in and out as you gently press through that right heel. Maybe imagine breath flowing into the calf muscles on the right side. If wrists are tender, spread your fingers wide. Maybe you turn them a little bit out to the sides of the mat. Inhale, lift that right leg, toe points. Let the heel fall out to the right. Navel to spine. Inhale, knee towards nose. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to nose, navel to spine. Exhale, extend. One more time. And then lower the right knee down. Press back, child's pose again. Modifying the arms if shoulders are tender. If it doesn't work to have arms extended, you can have them cactus or down alongside your legs. 5 breaths. Inhale, lift up through tabletop position. Again, modify for the wrists so you can always curl your mat and rest heels of the hands on the edge of the mat, fingertips on the floor. Inhale, extend left leg long, toes curl under, press through the heel. Pressing through the heel, feeling that stretch in the calf. So breathing here. And how are those shoulders doing? Are they creeping up towards ears? Can you roll them back and maybe get a little length through the neck? Reaching top of the head. Inhale, lift those toes off the ground. Left leg extends, hip bend. So it doesn't have to be high. You don't want it high. But that left heel foot out to the side. Inhale, navel to spine, draw knee to nose. Exhale, extend. Inhale, navel to spine, exhale, extend. One more time. And then left knee meets right. Arms extended out, so slide them away from you, keeping those hips over knees for puppy stretch. So this may be your puppy stretch, or you may let your head drop between your arms. Maybe your top of your head even finds the mat or a block. But keeping the hips over the knees. So this is a child's pose where hips press back. You keep those hips above the knees. Work with lengthening through arms, upper back, side, and breathing. And then let those elbows find the mat. We'll come to sphinx toes. So lower the hips down for sphinx. Elbows underneath shoulders. So keep those elbows tucked close to your body. Yeah, that's right. And we're on the elbows, forearms, and palms. So the heart lifts. The heart is lifted. So Jody, hug those elbows in a little bit. Yes. And then arms, forearms, palms line up straight. Maybe you shift those hips away from shoulders a little bit, getting some length and then back. And then pressing elbows into the mat. Try to draw them towards you. Notice how that helps you lengthen heart forward. Sphinx pose. Stay here working with your Sphinx. If you want a variation of Sphinx called seal pose, we open the knees wide, big toes touch. Again, elbows press into the mat, lengthen heart forward. Stay here, you press up onto the hands. Or stay here, again, elbows up. Heart reaches forward, legs extend long if they're not already. Stack one hand on top of the other, one cheek rests on stacked hands, bend your knees, keep them wide and windshield wiper left. Other cheek rests on stacked hands. Windshield wiper left. And lower your legs down. Right elbow comes off the mat, palm rests on the ground. Rest your forehead on left forehead. Or the crook of the elbow, either way. Bend your right knee. Reach the knee away from you as you draw the heel towards right buttocks. So this is for a stretch of the front of the thigh, quadricep stretch. So knee presses into the mat in a way to deepen the stretch, heel reaches to buttocks. If you want a deeper experience, lift your head up. Reach around, find your ankle, your pant leg. Lower down. Then reach the knee down to the mat and away as you draw heel to buttocks. Rolling that right shoulder back. So it's a hamstring, rather quadricep stretch, and you get a little opening through that right shoulder. And release the ankle if you had it. Stack both hands, forehead resting, stacked hands, bend your knees, windshield wiper left. And lower your legs. Left arm comes to half cactus. Again, it may be towards the edge of the mat, maybe off the mat, palm faces down. Rest your forehead on right forearm or crook of the elbow. Bend your left knee. Reach the knee into the mat and away to deepen into your quadricep stretch on this side. Heel reaching to buttocks. So notice if the foot is out to the side or in, you want knee and ankle in the same plane. So working into your quadricep stretch, knee pressing into the mat and away, or to deepen, lift up. Lift up, swing your left hand around, find the pant leg or your ankle, and lower your forehead down. Then press the knee into the mat and away from you. Roll that left shoulder back. Deepen your quadricep stretch. Of course, you can use a strap. It's a little tricky to get the strap around the ankle for this one, but you can use a strap if you like. Knee reaching into the mat and away. And release that left foot. Stack your hands, forehead rests on stacked hands. Bending your knees, windshield to the left. And lower your legs down. Roll onto your back. Roll onto your back and hug knees to chest. Take a gentle rock side. Can you move your head? So his knees swing left, looking right. His knees swing right, looking left. And come through center. Keep those knees stacked above hips. Two options, either cross your arms, so one hand rests on opposite shoulder, other hand rests on opposite shoulder, or arms can be alongside you on the mat. Draw navel to spine, keep those knees together as you make some circles. So circling in one direction, navel to spine. Particularly navel to spine as you circle knees away. And then reverse direction. And come back through center, hug knees to chest again. Moving to a variation of Baddha Konasana. Knees open away from one another, soles of the feet come together up in the air. And holding onto shins or ankles. So feet are up in the air, knees up in the air. We open those knees away from one another. You press elbows into inner thighs, deepening and opening. And keep the arms just where they are, inside your legs, hands on ankles or shins. Open up those feet so they face the ceiling. Straddle. So like you're riding a horse. Soles of the feet face the ceiling, knees are out to the side. Again, maybe those elbows press knees away from one another. You get a deeper open. Breathing through straddle. And then knees come together, hug them close to your chest. And then extend left leg up. For halfway legged pose, hugging right knee to chest, take some circles out and around. Hugging right knee to chest, right knee in the direction of right shoulder. And then inhale, lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Exhale, release the knee. Arms are extended, palms face the foot. Stay here, navel to spine, or maybe you lift that left leg off the mat, pointing your toe. Head looks directly up, rather you're looking directly up at the ceiling, not at your knee. Lower it on down, hug both knees to chest, gentle rise. And extend right leg long, hug left into chest, left knee, direction of left shoulder. And breathe. Circle that knee out and around a few times. And hugging left knee to chest. Inhale, lift head and shoulders off the mat, moving directly up. Maybe this is where you work with your abdominal strengthening. Maybe right hand reaches behind and supports the neck, so you're not calling on the neck too much. Maybe you extend arms, palms facing left foot. And again, final option, lift that right leg to and lower the head. Hug knees to chest. Gentle exhales. And roll to one side, we'll press up. Do a little bit of work in a seated position. If you want to be on the edge of a blanket, it's not a bad idea. Go back. And see if you can come to a comfortable seat with legs crossed. Now, of course, you can have feet out here. This stretch just tends to work a little better if the legs are crossed. We won't be here. Actually, let's do this. Let's have feet nice and wide. We'll warm up those hips just a little bit more and see if cross-legged position is a little more accessible that way. And back through center. Now we come back. Legs cross. Inhale, length, sitting up nice and tall. Lifting our hips, holding on to things. Inhale again. Exhale, heart reaches forward. Hands find the floor in front of you. And walk those fingers away. I like to shift the weight of my body left and right a little bit. It seems to loosen things a little bit on the right side where I'm a little tighter than the left side. So we're reaching the heart forward, breathing up and down the spine. And then walk the hands close to you. And we'll keep going. Walk the hands behind you, propping up on fingertips. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, roll those shoulders back and down. Opening through the heart, opening through the chest. Keep that nice length. Inhale. Lifting up. Exhale, heart reaches forward. Then the arms sweep in front. Again, walk your fingertips away. Heart reaching forward. And then walk fingertips closer to you. Keep going around and behind you so that you can inhale, push your feet, lift up. Exhale, rolling shoulders back. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Last time. Heart reaches forward. Arms sweep. Lower, closer to the ground. Maybe you just work with where you are, reaching heart. And then inhale, lifting up. And we walk hands around, but not so far back that we're leaning back, enough behind us so that we can push in the fingertips, lift through the heart, and roll the shoulders back. And uncross your legs. I need a little massage on my right foot. It gets a little compressed. So let's do that. Let's cradle the right foot in your hand. Left hand, right hand holds the knee. Do a gentle left and right here. And then curl those toes towards you. And then press them away. Curl the toes towards you. Press them away. Maybe you even weave your fingers between the toes. It's all right. And wash your hands after class. And do a little back and forth. We're just making some space. I need space between my pinky and my toe. Give your sole of the foot massage with thumbs. And hugging the chest, circling the ankle in one direction. And the other. We flex the foot. Good. And we'll come to the other side. So bend your left knee. Hold the foot in the hand, the knee in your other hand. Take some left and right.
And then lower the foot, let it rest on your thigh. As you move those toes away towards you. And again, you can leave your fingers between the toes or just do whatever feels good. Little moving back and forth. And then using your thumbs, massage the sole of the base, the toes. Notice where there's tenderness. So maybe it's just below the base of the big toe. Nice press. And then hugging that knee towards you, sitting up tall, and circle your ankle in that direction. Flex your foot. Good. And then extend your legs open wide. Sitting up nice and tall. Slide your right foot to the inside of your left leg and turn to face your left foot. So Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, lengthen up to the seat. Exhale, palms face up. We float them down and rest them on either side of the leg. Heart reaching towards left. Imagine drawing the left thigh bone into your hip socket. Make a difference in this posture. Stay where you are with Janu Shirshasana. Nice deep stretch for the back of the leg. Or if you're okay, kneeling on your right knee. Swing your right arm behind you. Come up onto that right knee with the left toe points. And we extend long. And then over the arm. Swing on down and come down. Legs open wide. Other side. So slide that left foot. The inside of the right leg and then turn. Turn a little bit of a twist to face the right leg. Inhale, lengthen up, up, up. Exhale, heart reaches forward, palms face up, and float down side of the leg. And we focus on drawing thigh bone into hip socket, and then heart reaching towards toes, or reaching towards the knee. And breathe. Again, stay here working with your Janu Shirshasana. You can come in and out, lifting up, and then heart reaching forward, or left arm sweeps up and behind you. Come up onto the left knee. We start with the arm above us, pointing that right toe. And then open. Maybe even turn to look up. And sweep it down. And come onto your back. Any other stretch, any other movement you're wanting. Maybe the socks come back on. The lower back needs a little bit more stretch. Hugging knees to chest or child's pose. Or a favorite stretch for the lower back. You did it, you made it. You're almost done. And now comes for some, the best part. Finding your most comfortable Shavasana pose, maybe a blanket or bolster underneath your knees. Maybe you cover up. Blanket. Settling in, knowing that this is a great way to integrate and absorb the benefits of your practice in just
Just enjoy some stillness. Your mind wanders. Come back to your breath. Or come back to feeling the parts of your body, touching them. Draw your attention inward, noticing sensation in the mouth. Feeling pulsing, tingling in the tongue. Notice sensation in the roof of the mouth. Feeling pulsing or tingling there. Noticing inside left cheek. Notice inside right cheek. Notice teeth and gums. Feel any pulsing or tingling in the teeth and gums. Feeling lips. Notice upper lip and lower. Feeling cool breath flowing in as you breathe in. Feeling breath warmed by the body flow out as you breathe out. Focusing on eyebrows. Focusing on eyelids. Feeling into the left eye. Feeling into the right. Feeling both eyes at once. Resting in the sides. Keeping your attention inward.
Melt into the hand. Giving yourself over completely to gravity. Melting down through the floor. Down through the metals of the stone. Down through the basement, through the foundation. Until you're resting here. Surrounded by the earth. Oh. Deep in your breath. Take a gentle movement, moving the big fingers and toes. Stretching long, arms reaching overhead. And then hugging knees to chest. Rocking sides. Rolling to one side, pausing there. And when you're ready, with eyes closed or soft gaze, slowly pressing up. Come to sit up. Bringing attention back to the breath, feeling that cool breath flow in, warm breath flowing out. Arms extended out. We inhale, sweep. Palms come together above the head. Thumbs come down to press that place between the eyes. Bowing forward, honoring the wisdom of our bodies, of our hearts. We lift. Palms float down. I'm resting from that. Inhale, nice look open there, and maybe you share a namaste with your neighbor. Namaste means the divine light in me honors the divine light in you. Namaste.